Hello and welcome to UFC 272 predictions. I'm terribly sorry for the outfit that I'm in today. It's just a gown. I've just woke up. Saturday morning, these are very late. I've had a very busy week. Let's crack on. There is a link to the Discord in the description below. Don't forget to like, subscribe and everything along those lines. We're going to crack on with these as quick as we can because you just want to know where to place your money basically, don't you? So we're going to start off with Spivac. I pronounce it Spivac. I believe it is actually pronounced Spivac, but Spivac for me. Greg Hardy. It's going to be Spivac. He's going to come away with a win. Could be a stand-up fight. It more than likely will be a stand-up fight. But if Greg Hardy does look dominant, do expect Sergey to take it down and use his submission arsenal. As we've seen, Greg Hardy is absolutely dog shit on the ground. I would probably say, if I was his weight class, I would be better than him on the ground. He's that bad. So, official pick is probably Sergey Spivac by any form of stoppage, submission, TKO within the 3 rounds. Next up, we are going to move on to, I believe it's Kevin Holland's debut at 170. I think, unless I've read this wrong. Holland, in my opinion, has more of the ceiling to reach. I believe Alex Oliveira he's good, but he doesn't have as much potential as Holland, and whether or not Holland can tap into his potential for this fight remains to be seen. Official pick will probably be Holland to keep on the outside, keep the distance, use the toe kicks, the leg kicks, use the jab effectively. I believe that is his way to victory. So I'm going to go with a stoppage, actually. I'm going to go with Kevin Holland to win via TKO for this one. Next up, we have, happily, in my opinion, returning Edson Barboza versus Thug Nasty Bryce Mitchell. Your winner here, without a doubt, in my opinion, is Bryce Mitchell via submission. This guy is freaking good. It's just whether or not he can stop Edson Barboza. Sorry, if he can take Edson Barboza down, because Barboza's defense is very good. Granted, it didn't look good against Khabib, but that's Khabib. Bryce Mitchell needs to stay away from Barboza's kicks, needs to stay away from the stand-up. He needs to go in and he needs to lunge. Almost like Askren would do, he would just force the takedown. So that is my opinion. Bryce Mitchell via submission. Round 2, maybe actually. Round 2. Next up, we have main event. I am so disappointed that it's not Islam Makhachev versus RDA. I would have loved that. This fight is going one way. It's going one way. Renato Marcano is going to try and take it down. RDA is very fucking good on the ground, so it's going to be a ground game. RDA is on his, with all due respect to the guy, he's on his last run. He is of that age. Marcano is not to be overlooked though. He's very good on the ground, but RDA is genuine black belt. There's a difference between black belts. There's UFC black belts, and there are genuine black belts, and RDA is genuine black belt. RDA is good with his hands. I'm going to say decision RDA. I think it could go all 3 rounds. Marcano's going to want to go in there and make a finish, but I hope that doesn't make him make a mistake. So now we're going to move on to the main event. Main event time. Covington, Jorge Masvidal. This will, in my opinion, be one of the most one-sided, lopsided fights you will ever see in the UFC. If, and this is only if Colby Covington can stick to a game plan of wrestle fuck Jorge Masvidal, this will be an absolute embarrassment for Jorge, to the point where he might even retire. I think we're going to see a stoppage. I think it's going to come between the rounds of 3 and 5, and it will be a TKO stoppage, and it will be for Colby. I believe the ground and pound that Colby will do to Jorge will be borderline criminal. This is going to be a tough fight for Jorge. Jorge's chances are start of round 1 until about 2 minutes, and then potentially if he makes it to round 2, which he should do, the start of round 2, and then the start of round 3, because you have to start the fight on the feet. Is Colby's jaw good? Yes. Can Jorge hit? Yes. You can't say, oh, well, Usman KO'd Jorge and he couldn't KO Colby, because it's different angles, it's different placements of shot. It doesn't really matter. Unless you was to hit someone in the exact same space with the exact same velocity, you're not going to know who has a bigger chin. Official pick, Colby Covington, TKO, rounds 3 to 5. That is it. I hope you enjoyed this smaller video today. I've tried to keep it as small as possible, trying to keep it under 7 minutes. Don't forget, I will be covering this entire event, if I can stay awake, in a live stream tonight on twitch.tv/Dan3HitYou. We will do in picks, bets and everything for every single fight on the card. We've made a profit on every single event so far this year. Do join us. There is a link in the description to the Discord as well below. Have a good night, look after yourselves and stay safe.